I tried my best not to really listen to any of this video.
Then off rip, you feel me? You should have either not even got your ass on the flight for one, because your flight didn't leave until 11 o'clock later on that night. I told you at 4 o'clock. You try to tell me like, oh yeah, I already checked in my flight. Checking in your flight don't mean nothing at all. You know why? Because you still can cancel or like whatever. It don't matter. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact you can cancel your flight, reservation, whatever.
Mind you, it's the day I leave. Like, I'm leaving at 10 p.m. at night to land. I think my flight would land like 12:48 a.m. originally. So I'm like, yo, I took our work for this or whatever, and I already checked into the flight. And he's like, well, what's the issue? Nobody didn't tell you not to come. Like, you can still come. I'm good. I'm gonna just get a sitter. If anything, her and the sitter just stay at my house and we can just get a room. So I'm like, you know what? All right, that's cool. I'm all for that.
Even though I was capturing screen recordings to put together to make some sort of a overview for us, I was like, okay, I want to have a blind reaction with the homies, so let me not pay too much attention to it. But small words that I was hearing coming out, like throat spray, me and my kids, I booked the flight. I said, what the so what's up, my friends, and welcome back once again to the Just Case and Brand. I'm your homegirl, I'm your tia, I'm your prima, I'm your cousin, I'm your friend, I'm whatever you need me to be down here at the Just Case and Bread. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the neighborhood. Down here, we like to get into people's business that ain't got nothing to do with us. In fact, this is a story that, from what I understand, was made, well, happened in 2023, and the young boy is just now coming out in 2025 wanting to talk about it, which made the young woman retaliate and share her story. Then it made some other characters in the whole novella start to respond too. So it looks like they want us to get into their business. That's what we do down here at the neighborhood. So if that sounds like your stilo, if you like to get into shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you are already a member of the neighborhood, shouts out to y'all. Thank you so much to every single person who chooses to send me a story. This one got sent on Instagram. Homegirl said, cousin, you gotta look into this. I said, girl, what is this? What's going on? So let's get into it. Like the video, comment your thoughts down below. What I seen go viral first was his story, then I seen her story. So I was kind of confused on whose story came first. Let me know down in the comments, but he gonna talk, she gonna talk, and then he gonna talk again.
All right, look, this gonna be called the part one of, if you're gonna tell the story, then tell the full truth, you feel me? This part one though. So look, right, let me get this like straight to y'all. First and foremost, I'm not a YN, you know what I'm saying? I'm 25 years old, you know? But check this out, I'm not from Atlanta at all, you feel me? I live in Atlanta now, I'm from Iraq, you feel me? But all this like, okay, well, we gonna start off with the whole, he flew me out type thing, you know? I never flew out. So this whole, oh yeah, he flew me out and put me on Spirit Airlines. Shit is cap, you know what I'm saying? I never flew out, I never paid for no flight, you feel me? None of that, you get what I'm saying? Now, I really don't know how to like to work it as far as in like, if I can post the messages when I'm talking type shit. I don't know if I can do that shit on here, but I'm finna try it though.
I'm on when I flew to another state to meet this young lit nigga that's lit on the internet. And to me, I felt like his life was cat. So yeah, I met him on the internet. I was in Bahamas like the beginning of January for my son. I'm sorry, the beginning of February for my son's birthday or whatever. And he DM'd me on Instagram like, need you. So I'm like, oh, I've been trying to give you me or whatever like that. So he like, you know, whatever. We gonna exchange numbers or what? So I'm like, yeah, cause like, you know, he's some fine shit. Like, I love dark skinned niggas. And when I say he's some fine shit, bitch, he's some fine shit. Or whatever like that. So on the internet, like, you know, he got 2 watches, big Cardi, 6 cars, supposedly own his house, and he young as fuck or whatever. Like that. Dressed nice, always designer down, like always posting mad money, etc. So, you know, like, that's my type. I love me a hood, get money nigga.
Friend, are you stupid? Friend, now were you looking with your eyes open? Because from what I understand, you also got 3 kids, and you seen all of that flash and thought to yourself, oh, he really gonna be able to provide? I don't know if it's just me, but I also think when you get to a certain age as a grown woman, you start to look at men a little bit differently, and you start to be able to tell, oh, this is a scammer. This man's money ain't really long like that. This man ain't really got no substance. He ain't got no foundation. He ain't got nothing to him. All he got is these pictures online. And she's 31. I'm 34 going on 35. Even I would look at something like that or see a man's profile who has a lot of flash, holding money up to their ears, all that. I'd be like, child, he ain't really got it. He be scamming. I could tell. Hell no. You ain't about to bring my life down. We lived good for a year and a half. Then after that, all of a sudden we struggling because you done ran out of the scam and your homeboys can't come up with nothing because they back in jail. No. Girl, you have children.
So he asked for my number or whatever like that. So I gave him.
I wouldn't even give a young dude my number who I seen like that. I'd be like, son, no. Come on now. You can admire me on Instagram, but come down. You ain't about to get my number down.
My number. And like he texted me, and I'm not gonna lie, like it was little signs that I didn't like if you know I'm on vacation with my kids, like I remember I posted my drink or whatever and I didn't text him right back, and he was on my phone like, oh, you see me text you or whatever, but you posting. Like that right there was like you only have my number for like 20 minutes, like chill out. But I let him slide. So we planned to see each other or whatever.
I would not let that slide because you're not about to rush me. You're not about to tell me how to run my phone and you're not my man. That'd be a lot of the problem too. We get involved with these guys who want to pull at our time and it makes us feel like, oh, you're really interested in me. Oh, you really want my attention. When in reality, they just want to dictate what you do to make themselves feel more powerful. And the energy that you give them by responding quickly, being on the phone, changing around your schedule just to be around them, date them, talk to them, FaceTime them, be on the phone with them. That makes them feel, ooh, she really like me. But I guarantee they wouldn't do that for you. Now, if you find a man who's able to change around his schedule, like you're able to change around yours or respond promptly, like, you know, same thing, same energy. Okay, yeah. But oftentimes I notice a lot of these dudes just like a woman to stay on their line, but they don't like to return the same exact thing. If he would have texted me on some shit like that, also knowing that I'm with my kid on vacation for their birthday, oh, you're immediately cut off. I'm too old to play these dumbass games. You'd be like, oh, you could do that. No. I don't got the patience.
Whatever like that on this Saturday. That's it, this Saturday, right? And we planned for me to come Valentine's Day weekend or whatever. And he really was on some shit where like he was like, oh, come whatever, what day, what time, it don't even matter. Like whenever you could come, just come. So I chose that weekend because I'm free every other weekend for my kids. They go with their dad or whatever like that. So that was my free weekend. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I thought he was a fake page at first or whatever like that because it just was like too good to be true. So we would only text and like he'll tell me to FaceTime him, but by the time I FaceTime him or whatever, he not answering. Now he got an excuse or he don't FaceTime back. So bitch, I started thinking like, bitch, I'm gonna get catfish if I go down here. So I told him, I'm like, look, this Wednesday, like the Wednesday before the Friday. So I'm like, FaceTime me before Friday or I'm not coming. So now he got all that energy, he FaceTime me, etc. I got him on the phone before you really couldn't, like he'd just be texting and shit like that. So
easiest way to avoid a man who plays games is don't play into the fucking game. Oh, you don't got time to talk to me. You don't got time to FaceTime me, especially if we meet online on any type of dating website or social media. You don't got time. What am I sitting up here wasting my time for? Because that lets me know you're not as serious. I remember I was dating this dude, had great things going for himself, but he made it a point to let me know that he did not have time to take me out on dates. However, he had time to sit on the phone with me for 2 and 3 hours at 8 a.m., 11 p.m. Oh, nigga, hell no. Because if you got time to do that, you surely got time to take me down to Chili's. They got a $10.99 special going on right now, but you don't got time. But we can say, I like you. I like on your toe. What do you do? Oh, you're we got all that time for that type of shit, but no time to sit down and have a meal together and really see if our energy is something that we can build on and create a real relationship on. Or is your ass playing games and you just want time and attention from really pretty women who got their shit together? Because if that's the case, get the fuck out of mine. Unless you want that type of player time, then you can be like, roll, bounce, we gotta be serious, whatever. Okay, cool. But if you're not, don't play into no man's little games like that. Oh, he ain't got time to FaceTime you. He ain't got time to answer your calls. Knowing good and well you got 3 kids. Oh, he been like, I need that all up on Instagram. So that means he done went through your profile. He done seen you post little stories with your children. He's well aware, but you can't stay up to talk to me knowing I got shit going on my side of the world. Oh, get the hell out of my face.
Time he was real, looked the same, looked good as fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready, etc. So Friday come and we talk and I'm like, you know, like, you ready? Like, I'm at the nail salon. I'm like, you ready? Like, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to meet you, etc. So he like, yeah, or whatever like that. But I feel like his energy was a little off because he was more excited days before. So I'm like, you good, love? Like, you okay? Because I'm like, I feel like your energy is like kind of off. Like, you're not excited as you was. So he's like, oh, I just found out I got to get my daughter or whatever today. Mind you, it's the day I leave. Like, I'm leaving at 10 p.m. at night to land. I think my flight would land like 12:48 a.m. originally. So I'm like, I'm like, yo, I took our work for this or whatever, and I already checked into the flight. And he's like, well, what's the issue? Nobody didn't tell you not to come. Like, you can still come. I'm good. I'm gonna just get a sitter. If anything, her and the sitter just stay at my house, and we could just get a room. So I'm like, you know what? All right, that's cool. I'm all for that, or whatever the case may be.
Who the fuck is the sitter? Is it the mom? Because how they just gonna be chilling at your house? Oh, you just got it like that. You got a nanny, and I'm supposed to believe this?
So I still go. Like, I get my nails and I run to the mall. I get everything I need. I pack my shit, and I tell them like, all right, I'm for the land this time.
Girl,
I go to the airport. Mind you, y'all, I'm rushing because I'm always fucking last minute. I get to the airport. I board the flight or whatever like that. So before I boarded the flight, he texted me this hotel, like Cigna or something like that. It's like one of the best hotels in Atlanta. So I tried to book the hotel online, but everything was booked up. So I told him, I'm like, look, everything booked up.
Oh, friend, are you not connecting the fucking dots? He has you booking your flight. You running around getting yourself together, spending, I say, upward of probably, knowing a woman like that, she probably spent a good $1,500 on herself just at the mall, getting her nails done, getting some outfits, some pieces together. Then probably had an Uber or something like that up to the airport because she didn't want to leave her car in the garage because that costs money. I'm sure it was a weekend that her kids went off with their father, which is super good. So she didn't have to worry about childcare or providing food or anything like that. But then you end up booking a hotel, the most expensive one. Okay, see, now I understand if we go out of town to meet the person and we're dating across states. I get that. But don't you think it should be fair if I bring my flight, or if I book my flight, then let's spend 50%. I put on the hotel, you put 50% on the hotel, or I'll get us our food for the entire weekend. You go ahead and pay for our hotel the entire. Don't you think it should be something like that? Yeah, especially if it's a situation where you ain't getting flued out. And I could understand if she's saying, okay, you don't have to fly me out because I don't want to come into your state and you think that I'm about to fuck you just because you paid a little something on a plane ticket. I don't want you to think that. So let me pay my own shit. Even if that's the case, why wouldn't we be splitting expenses as I'm coming here to get to know you, and I'm taking the bigger risk because I have 3 kids at home. You just have this one child and a nanny and all this money, but I'm flying. It just doesn't make sense. And on top of that, friend, if you have all of this money to do all of these things, maybe you should just hire a nanny and start going out in your city and find somebody worthy in your city so you don't have to fly across the country to see a man. I mean, why not?
It's Valentine's Day weekend, so he like, nah, you gotta call. So I called and like everything was booked the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it was no hotel. So he like, well, find whatever you can find and just book it, and I'm gonna get you from the airport. So I'm like, you know, what's your budget? So he like, what you mean? I'm like, what's your budget? Like, I'll book the room, but when I land, I expect to get my money back or whatever like that. So I'm on the plane, y'all. The plane done took off. So the nigga like, oh, the least you could do is pay for the room. So I'm like, huh? So this when a mishap coming, because I get it. Okay, we supposed to stay at your house originally, but then your child came into play, so now we gotta go stay somewhere else, which is cool because I think a hotel is better anyway because you don't know me and I don't know you, and it's more safer, I feel like. So he like, yeah, like you can pay for the room, I'm gonna fund the rest of the trip. Baby, you a whole scammer. You think I'm paying for a motherfucking hotel for you to come fuck on me?
Yeah.
So he all like, yo, I feel like you could pay for something, I'm funding the rest of the trip, or whatever the case may be. So we start arguing. So then the plane land, and I'm like,
hell no.
You really arguing over a $300-something hotel, but you scamming. You hitting all these licks, all this big money you posting. I mean, like,
they don't got it.
You can't book a $300 hotel. And I just felt like if you brought me to your city, you should make sure I'm good. Like, if you came to my city and something happened, I'm going to correct it before you get there. I'm going to figure this shit the fuck out. Because, I mean, why wouldn't I? Like, it don't make sense. I didn't ask to come there. You wanted to come. Now, I agree we wanted to see each other, but still, like, what? So, when I landed, the nigga arguing, going all back and forth with shit. So, I'm like, listen, cancel your sitter. Stay home with your kid. Go ahead and bond. I'm cool. Like, I ain't even link you no more, etc. Y'all, this nigga was like, oh, you must be coming to come see another nigga. Nigga, what? I took off from my job, stopped one of my business to come see you, and you talking about another nigga? That's your response? Y'all, he kept fucking arguing. I couldn't believe it because I'm like, bro, like, if you getting all this money and you got all this motion, all this shit going on, like, $300 is nothing. So I'm like, if I book this hotel, you can't come. So that's what the fuck I did. I booked the hotel, and shout out to that Spirit flight attendant because, yo, he stayed in that airport with me and found me a hotel, y'all. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had nowhere to stay, like, at all. But I booked that hotel, y'all, and I left that nigga on red. Like, I stopped responding, and I just made it into a solo trip. But I still was just, like, mad because I trip. Like, Atlanta cool. We used to do that for New Year's, but like just to go and spend that much money, it was just like, I could have went somewhere else. Like, that was kind of crazy. So me personally, I just feel like his lifestyle got to be kept, because I done dealt with some big money niggas. Like, I mean, rich niggas, like that's running businesses to get legit money. I done dealt with a rapper. I'm not gonna say who the fuck he is, because he is a big rapper that y'all listen to every single day. And niggas with money ain't complaining. They not doing all that. Like, I'm telling you, they not doing all that. Like, when you come see them, they have everything into play, everything booked, bitch, your itinerary set up, all that. Like, it ain't making sense. So to me, his life is just cat. And to be honest, I never really seen him go out and do nothing. Or,
I mean, I hear you, friend. I hear everything she's saying about dealing with men who have money and all this and all that other type of shit. But in my opinion, trying to be with somebody because it looks like they have more than what you have is the worst idea ever, especially having children involved. I understand it's like, oh, well, we're just having fun. We're just linking up. This woman is 31 with 3 kids. He's 25 with 1 child. At what point do we stop making this type of shit cute or okay? We haven't even gotten into the throat shit or the little throat spray or whatever she has sent to him. We haven't even gotten into that. Right now, what we're hearing is a woman say, I blatantly ignored red flag after red flag in order to have attention from a man who I found attractive online. Turns out he really ain't about what he's trying to represent. Surprise. Shocker, it's 2025. Who ain't watched Catfish? You feel me? This type of little shit being condoned, and there were even women in her comment section be like, yeah, because you know, when it do come to men who get money, oh yeah, you know, when it do come to men who get, when it does, like, everybody is talking about how it is to be with men who have money. Just be the woman who has money and figure out what you want out of a man. Do you want to be a 304 who's highly paid, or do you want to be a family woman? Do you want to find a fusion of both and be with a pastor who get around, but it don't even matter because you be fucking around too? You know, find your lane, but don't be promoting dumbass shit like this, because there's going to be some woman who's going to be like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and see my Instagram crush. This will be the same person who wind up on Law and Crime TV because they done got assaulted, unalived, tucked away in somebody's bushes. But everybody in the comments, girl, I understand. Yeah, because whenever it comes to men like that, when you deal with men who got real money, men with real money ain't going to be complaining. Men with real money, are y'all with men with real money? Because if you were, you wouldn't be online talking about it. I never see women who have good men who are providers, men who have been married to them for a long time and who have been taking care of them. I never see them online talking like this. The only person who I see do that is that Shira 7 lady, but I don't even believe that her husband understands what she does online because he's so old. You see what I'm saying? So to me, this shit just really ain't no flex. And her even trying to bash him for not having what he say he had. Okay, he's 6 years younger than you. There's no surprise there.
Anything out of there, like, he not in the mall blowing no money, like, he ain't no 5-star restaurants, like, he really don't be doing nothing. Like, he might go skate or something, but like, other than that, like, that nigga don't be really doing shit like with the money he's supposed to have. Like, he got all this motion, you would think he'd be tripping, like something. Like, nah, he not doing none of that. So to me personally, the life is cat. And I was just mad because I feel like, damn, like, I flew here to see you and this happened. Never doing it again. And then his excuse was, well, you knew what I had going on and you still came. Nigga, you never told me not to come. When I checked in with you and we spoke, you told me to still come. It wasn't an issue. And you was going to get a sitter. Like, what? That don't even make sense. Like, make it make sense.
You don't make sense. You don't make sense.
No nigga. Like, bitch, you know, I get niggas. Like, what?
Girl.
Be for real.
No, you be for real, because now you're starting to sound really dumb. You didn't tell me not to come, so you telling me a kid gotta tell you not to come? And I don't mean a kid as in she's fucking with a minor, but I do mean a man this young who's already throwing a fit about having to spend money on a hotel had to also tell you not to come in order for you to not go through with your flight. But if you really a grown woman who's about your shit, you would have purchased that trip protection for what, $6-7? Might be upward of 20, but you talking about how much money you get and how you've been dealing with men with money and you got money because you got businesses, you work like this, then you would have enough sense to protect your trip in case you had to cancel last money. Then you'd have been able to really be like, checkmate, nigga, I ain't even popping out and I'm getting my money back. Actually, I'm thinking about going to Miami instead of coming to see your ass, because I just don't want to. I'm about to go see somebody else. You're telling this whole story trying to seem like you're the one who won, and you didn't. Actually, neither one of y'all did. This is a story that y'all really did not want to bring to the internet, because we just looking at both of y'all like,
I was just upset at the fact that you still allowed me to come or whatever like that, knowing that you was going to do that or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying he lying about getting his kid, because bitches do that. Like, bitches that know it's a Valentine's Day week or something going on and be like, oh yeah, you not, I'm gonna stick him with the kid because I don't want him to be with no other bitch. So it do be like that, but still, like, come on, yo. Like, I don't live down the street. I live in another state. I flew there.
And fucked up, let me get in the hang of this shit for real. Cause now I got it figured out, so I can go ahead and do these.
Nothing would make me, at my grown ass age, want to sleep with this dude. I don't care who he roll with. I don't care what he looks like when he's standing in pictures with King Von from several years ago. He looks young. And maybe it's just the grown woman in me that desires to be with a man who looks like a grown man. Just, grown men look grown. There's even some men who are maybe like 27, 28, but they look grown. They don't look like they're just hitting puberty. He looked like that. And it was so many girls in his comments like, how did you say that? How did you say that? I'm like, how? Not the motherfucker who couldn't read a sentence if you called on him during popcorn in class. Not him. Oh, see, man, this is why I hate reading in here. Because every time I read, everybody make fun of me. Not him who can't spell his name out loud because he gets his letters confused. Not him. What? Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So look, right now we just gonna piggyback off of the whole she said some shit like what it is. Oh yeah, he got mad with me because I was out of town and texting my kids and all that, like whatever the fuck that's supposed to be about. Anywho, that shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing at all. You get what I'm saying? Fast forward to these messages. You get what I'm saying? Now look, now check this out. She say like I supposed to pay for a hotel, or we argued about a hotel or some shit about like some shit with some money, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what really pissed me off. Like that's what made me even get into this whole little, you dig? Anyway, you feel me? Now, that's my whole thing. Now, I done made it clear that I was getting my daughter Friday. You know what I'm saying? I let her know at 4 p.m. on Friday, like, okay, well, I'm getting my daughter and I'm gonna have her for the weekend, or the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Now, your flight don't leave until 11 o'clock, whatever the case may be. Your flight don't leave until 11 o'clock at night. Now, by your flight don't leave at 11 o'clock tonight, meaning like, okay, well, I ain't really trying to be mean to you, but like, I'm giving you all the signs, what for this, all right, well, I just told you my daughter coming. I done already let you know, like, beforehand, I'm not bringing nobody around my daughter. Like, it ain't none of that type of shit going on, especially no stranger. Like, it ain't none of that going on. I got too much respect for myself, you know what I'm saying, my daughter mama and my daughter alone. People be having weird intentions and shit towards kids, whatever. Now, so if I'm letting you know this already on some, like, you feel me, it ain't none of that going on, then off rip, you, like, you feel me, you should have either not even got your ass on the flight for one, because your flight didn't leave until 11 o'clock later on that night. I told you at 4 o'clock. You try to tell me like, oh yeah, I already checked in my flight. Checking in your flight don't mean nothing at all. You know why? Because you still can cancel or like whatever. It don't matter. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact you can cancel your flight, reservation, whatever, get a refund, whatever. So
I see the problem here. He ain't never been taught how to talk straight. So why didn't you tell that lady just not to come, huh? Why didn't you say it? Why didn't you say it? Next time, just talk clear here. Just talk clear, because you're not about to make me mad so early in your little stupid ass speech. Okay, so I had told her that at 4, not to come at 10. You knew you didn't want her to come the whole damn time, didn't you? You knew it, and what your ass still decided to do? What you do? What you still decide to do? To tiptoe around the shit and let her still come. No, you should have said straight up at 4 o'clock, I do not want you to come here. And I'm also not about to lie about having my daughter, because I don't want you here. I'm not feeling you like that. I ain't into this like that. I don't want you here. Talk straight. Shit, you want to sit up here and scam and everything. Can't even talk straight. That just makes me so mad, because if you ever get caught up in the court of law, you gonna be the one who's crying. Soon as they tell your ass you got 20 to life, that's gonna make me mad too, because when you out here being illegal, didn't you want to be a criminal? Didn't you want to be a felon? Oh, but now
I let her know, like, you feel me, it's a possible chance that I can get a, you know what I'm saying, it's a possibility that I can get a babysitter, but like, that one never 100%, you feel me, like, regardless of me getting a babysitter or not, right, I never, ever was staying at no hotel for one. Like, you're a stranger, you get what I'm saying? I was not doing no shit like that. You a stranger, I don't even know you for real, and you too thirsty, like, you throwing me off for real. You too thirsty, you know what I'm saying? Now, cool. Now, in the mix of all that, right, okay, she get her. Now, she get her, she knew on the plane, like, oh yeah, she had to get her a room and shit like that, whatever the case may be. Because of the simple fact, I get to ask her shit like, okay, well, what you finna do as far as in, like, hotel-wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna help you look for a hotel, like GT, you know what I'm saying? But like, you should be already under the impression.
Could you imagine flying to someone else's city? What you finna do? What am I? What do you mean, what am I finna do? What are we finna do? It ain't no.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you not to come for real, because it's something. If I gotta let you know I got my daughter. If a nigga telling you like, okay, well, he got his daughter and you can't, he not bringing you around his daughter. My daughter, this, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be here with me. So she gonna be here with me. Then that mean you can't be here at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't none of that going on. Cool. Long story short, whatever the case may be.
A weak little dude. Oof. Let me.
She ended up paying for her own flight. You feel me? She ended up paying for her own hotel or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? She was mad or whatever the case may be. But my thing is, look, right now, she never not once said like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for the hotel, but when I land, give me the money. What? The first thing I told her was, find something that you can afford. You feel me? Like, find something you can afford. Whatever in your budget. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this shit ain't about no $300 or no hotel or nothing like that. We never argued about no hotel. Because I made it clear as day. Like, okay, well, I'm not sleeping in no hotel. Why in the fuck would I sleep in a hotel? I mean, I got a house. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just worried about your well-being. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's already them at 1 o'clock in the morning when you land. You got to have somewhere to sleep at. I don't want you to sleep in the airport or no shit like that. You feel me? Cool. Now, she get all that shit done or whatever the case may be. She act like she got an attitude out of this world. She really was on some like selfish shit, like on some like, she thought I was gonna put her before my daughter type shit. Like, oh yeah, well, we had plans and what the fuck ever. Like, I don't give a fuck who you is. Don't nobody come before my daughter. You feel me? Now, mind you, like, okay, so that was that whole Friday. Now look, I still text her on Saturday just to make sure like she was good, she was safe. Because at the end of the day, you're not from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You're not from Atlanta at all. I'm not from Atlanta at all. But like, it was just cold that night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh yeah, are you okay? You know, on some like checking up on her type shit. You feel me? See, oh yeah, I had found a room. You know, none like everything was regular for real. Now, the shit really went left for real that Saturday when it came to the point what it is. She got to text me all like extra thirsty ass shit. Like, you got breath mints and like numbing spray. You know what I'm saying? That shit new to me. You know what I'm saying? All right, okay. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Brush that off. And then you got to ask me shit like, oh yeah, have I ever gave my ass ate? My behind ate? I don't know if TikTok gonna like blur it out or some shit because of that. Hold on, what the fuck? This lady throwing me off now. You know what I mean? You throwing me off. You throwing me all the way off. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm just like, nah, hell no. She won't be seeing me at all. You get what I'm saying? I'm not finna link up with you. I'm not finna have sex with you. It ain't none of that going on. Like, you know, I'm cool on it. I'm straight on it. Now, mind y'all, it would never ever be a storyline. It wouldn't be a story time. It wouldn't be none of that. You know why? If I pulled up to see her at that hotel, had I had sex with her, any of that shit, you get what I'm saying? If any of that shit would have went her way as far as in like sexual intercourse, she would have never made a story time. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, like, she was scaring me on some like, hold on, what the fuck? Don't be saying no shit like that to me. Like, you know, you scaring me for real on some shit. Like, you know, like, hold on. You been a little bit too thirsty, you feel me? Now, my whole thing is, on top of you being a little bit too thirsty, right? I mean, on top of her being a little too thirsty, right? I'm just like, all right, okay, whatever. You feel me? Like, now mind y'all, rewind. We was texting this shit for like, probably like a week and a half. I want to say we probably was texting for like a week and a half for real. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I ain't never been on the phone at all. Like, never been on the phone. No, we get on FaceTime for the first time. You feel me? It was like a 3-minute call or some shit like that. But when I first get on the phone, I got my face in the camera. She got her face in the camera. But she got on like these clear glasses. Now, when I say stop playing, put your face in the camera, you know? I don't know if that like rubbed her the wrong way, but I'm just in my head like, this not the same person that I was just looking at on Instagram. You feel me? So now, like, I'm not saying she ugly. I'm not taking that from her at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like, she not the, like what she looked at like on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it caught me off guard type shit. So now I'm really just trying to like rush her off the phone for real. But like, I'm giving her.
Ooh, I tried. Oh my gosh, I tried to just let him talk, but it is getting on my nerves. I hate all of these excuses. I hate all of these reasons as to why he couldn't just tell her, don't come, I'm not attracted to you. I don't want to fuck with you like that. I was just having some Instagram fun. None of this is making sense. For the people who he rolled with and for them to still not have no heart, or for a man like him to still not have no heart enough to say, I don't want to talk to you. Don't you bring your ass down here. You're on FaceTime. There's been times when I've been on FaceTime and I've had to make very clear judgment calls about what the other party looked like. And it was 9 times out of 10, hell no. because you must have put something younger up on you, because this ain't even who the fuck I'm looking at. And they might get mad, they might cuss you out, but oh well, shoot. What I'm not about to do is sit up here and play these games. And maybe that's my biggest frustration. All he doing is talking in circles and playing games. And this grown ass woman didn't have the tits enough to say, I ain't playing this game with you either. Fuck you. I don't care if you call me the next day, because I'm not from Atlanta, you not from Atlanta, but I want to be a good man. So as a good man, I'm gonna make sure I check. Don't check on me. And if you do check on me, guess what? Your message will never be fucking delivered. You'll never find me on Instagram again, Facebook again, Telegram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Twitch, Roblox. You'll never find me on shit again. If you do some shit like this to me, hell no. I don't give a fuck how good Samaritan he's trying to be, and especially after I seen red flags. Now, I will say it took me a minute to get used to seeing the red flags and going with them, because I would operate in a spirit of fear. And I don't want to sound too preachy, but you know, I'm really a hood pastor on the weekends. So as a hood pastor, I used to operate in the spirit of fear. And see, that spirit of fear told me that I would never find a man who was as attractive than the one I was talking to, who wasn't able to give me the things that I wanted and was giving me major, this isn't a good situation for you. But I'm like, oh, but he's fine, or he doesn't have any children, or he has a successful career. But I had to trust that what God was telling me was the right thing. And if I couldn't find it in myself to just be like, you know what? I got a feeling, I got an instinct, you gonna call me crazy, let me just go ahead and cut it off. If I couldn't find it in myself to do that, like with my own strength, I would ask God, please show me, God. Is this the man for me? Because the Lord knows I want to be a wife. I want to be a mother again. And I want to be married to the right man, so that I don't get myself in some shit where I'm a single mama in my own house and I'm in a marriage, you know. So the Lord knows my heart. So I'll ask God, you know, God, please tell me, show me, tell me, show me. And once I start paying attention to the red flags, or I start paying attention to the signs, start seeing a whole bunch of inconsistencies, then feelings dissipate. That scary feeling, it still be there, but it be like real little, to where it's like, you know what, this might be a little scary, but I could already tell there's some shit I don't want to be in. So let me go ahead and exit stage left, and I'm just going to trust that the Lord has something for me, because that's what his word says. And I truly believe that everything that God has said that he wants for me and that I can have, I should get, and I am going to get. So that helps me deal with that fear of having to make the hard choice of saying, I see too many red flags, I can't be with you. And that's what I'm realizing. Young girl didn't do that, and he didn't have the balls enough to be like, I don't want to fuck with you on that level. Call me a monster, call me what you will, but I don't want to fuck with you, because I have
Whole shoulder to the point where it is like, damn, you're not getting the memo. Like I shouldn't have to say like, okay, well, woo, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm really giving you a cold shoulder. Like, I'm letting you know what, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, that was throwing me off though, that she didn't look the same, you know what I'm saying? So after that, the conversation went like blank. She texted me that Friday like, hey love, are you okay? Ooh. And I tell her, she like, am I still coming? Ooh, I didn't respond to no other question, but am I okay? I told her I'm good. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm good, but I was dull as hell with her, you feel me? But I'm gonna just show y'all all that shit. I gotta post all that shit.
Okay, so I couldn't find all the text messages, judging by his story. All I'm gonna say is, if you find them, go ahead and let me know. I'll go over them at a later time. But in my opinion, you don't need to tell her over and over again in subliminal messages that you don't want to fuck with her. Just tell her straight. So this was the picture that was going viral. Okay, looks like she has Walmart throat spray and some Listerine. This is the only pic you need. You get it. I got a picture, but I don't know what that is really. That's sore throat spray and breast strips. You got a sore throat, babe. That was for me to give you a head. Oh my God, the throat sore numbs your throat, so okay, so that she can give deep throat head. Oh wow, okay, same shit, different day. They always selling sex. Once the connection doesn't work, what do they go to? Let me go ahead and be overly sexual. Let me go ahead and perform these sexual acts for you that you ain't never had before, that you have only seen in pornos. Let me go ahead and do that for you now. Like, no, shoot, if a man can't find interest in you with your mind and your beauty and your personality and what you have going for yourself, then there's really no reason to keep on fucking with him. Shit, pussy's everywhere. Go find some woman who want to just give you easy pussy then, because it ain't gonna be me. And I'm not going to be made to feel like in order to have a man's attention, I have to get super sexual with him. So this is one of the girls who talked to dude and wanted to come forth and share her story.
Like, this is really some Tubi shit. Like, and all I can do is laugh, because niggas really be full-blown liars though. Like, not even just that, this shit is all crazy. Like, and I really didn't even want to get on here, because honestly, this shit is embarrassing. Like, this is crazy, but I just can't believe it. Like, So basically, to sum up the whole thing, I've been talking to him for like a month, probably almost a month. We talking back and forth. I was supposed to go see him, not this previous weekend, not this past, but the weekend before. But I couldn't, because me and my baby father, like, we we co-parent and we do like, we swap weeks, like I have him 1 week, he have him another. So I explained that to him or whatever, and I was like, I'll come up there if I get a babysitter, but I'm not really pressing the issue because when it comes to my son, I'm really gonna be there. Like, I'm not gonna force nobody to watch my son, or, you know, just to go be with a nigga in another state. Like, I'm not doing that. So he was salty, whatever. He like, you wasting my time, you wasting my money. We look, he got into it about it because, like, I feel like he wasn't understanding the point of, I can't get no babysitter, like, and I already gave him the option of me coming with.
Let me tell you where you messed up too, homegirl. You messed up because you thought to yourself, I could have an argument with the dude within the first month of talking to him and he's still something of substance to keep on entertaining. Hell no. One thing Osea taught me, and y'all know Osea, that's my sister. I love her so much. Osea, I love you, girl. Tell the kids I say, hey, say what's up, 20 cents. Anyway, one thing my sister always would say to me, if you and the man is getting into it within y'all's first month, within y'all's first week of talk, that is not the person that you're supposed to be dating. There's no reason why that should happen. Now I understand maybe difference of opinion, getting to understand each other differently, but y'all having an argument and y'all ain't even got no real value to each other. You just met? Hell no. That is a sign that this is headed to toxic stand. Okay, this is headed to toxic nation.
My son was going with his dad, so that's what it was, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I end up going out there. We just, it was cold as fucking, rainy as fuck. Like, if you're in Atlanta, you know how the weather just was out there. Like, wasn't shit, like, you know, I wasn't too pressed to, I don't even know, like. So like a couple days later, I'm like, well shit, like, do you still want me to come out there on the 13th? Guess the response. Just guess. Just take a wild ass guess. Baby boy said he was gonna have his daughter. I'm like, okay, you being funny. Like, you only being funny because I said I had my son, and I like, you know, you being funny. That's the whole crazy part to this. Like, was really fucking me up. But I kept it, you know, cool, whatever. And I'm like, whatever. Da-da-da. So the 12th come around, right? He texts my phone in the morning, good morning, da-da-da-da. Tomorrow the 13th. Oh, so now you want me to come? I still took my ass out there though, because like, when I said this nigga is a whole vibe, like, I don't know how he is with anybody else, but I know like how he was with me. Like, that shit was too good to be true, and now I see, like, it was way too good to be true. And it's so crazy. On my way, like, I'm rushing around. I'm getting all the shit in order at the last minute because I wasn't supposed to go. Like, I had plans to go to my friend Galentine's. I missed my Galentine's for this shit. Like, what? A waste? Like, what? And let me show y'all my flight. Hold on, I gotta go to my email. And this was my flight. February 13th, right? To February 16th, like. So I go, everything cool, everything perfect. I'm, you know, feeling and whatever. We still talking as normal when I leave. Everything normal. And whatever day that shit started, like, we was talking, we was on the phone, boom, boom, boom. He like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. So end up saying goodnight or something. And he like, my bad, I was arguing. But I'm not thinking of nothing, like, okay, I just brushed that shit off. I'm like, the next.
Okay, she another one. Come on, come here. Because your ass don't like to listen either, do you? You listen to the signs of the universe because you seem like you somebody who believe in sage or, you know, some sort of multi-dimensional type of shit. Listen to the universe. The signs were all there. He's sitting up here telling you that he had to argue with somebody else and that he had his kid. You was liable to not even find a sitter for yours. So you probably wasn't even supposed to go. There's no reason why you should be this desperate to be with a dude off of Instagram. He ain't got that much going on for him for you to want to go to a different state. Damn, how burned is your trail in your state? You can't find nobody to kick it with that's a vibe, that's hella cool. You can't find nobody, nothing, not even the man that you had children with who'll be taking them for a whole week off and on. You not even there. So you gotta go all the way to his house. Hell no, girl.
I don't know what day it was. My days is fucked up now. Like, I seen him on the internet posting messages, but I'm like I'm confused. Like, I was so confused. So he has.
For what?
You was what? You was doing what?
Arguing.
I'm not your daughter. So who's you talking about?
Girl, shut up.
I didn't even say shit because, I was going to let that shit unfold. I didn't think it was some shit like this, though. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
They love.
So I get on the internet.
You what? You love to act tough, but can't even do it when it comes to a man. Can't even have a stern backbone or some stern footing that says, no, you're not going to treat me like this. You're not going to say, oh, come into town, don't come into town. Spend all this money, don't spend all this money. You're not about to play that back and forth. Then you're telling me you're arguing with another woman? Because that's how I'm already going to know that. I ain't about to let you sit up here and play me for a damn fool. No, then we just ain't fucking around. Oh, but they got that stern You what? Huh? You're not scaring nobody, dumbass.
Or TikTok or whatever. I see the story, but I'm not in my, like, you're not thinking like that'll ever be some shit that close to you. You know what I mean?
Why?
So I just keep seeing like more and more shit. Then I'm like, I know. You could hear in my voice, my shit shaking. Like, I know I ain't tripping. Like, I know this ain't him. Like, I know this ain't that. Like, ain't no way. So I left it alone. I let shit rock on. Like, and I think I texted him. I'm about to see when I text him. So I texted him. I'm like, I said, what's all that internet shit?
Oh my gosh.
Because you playing right in my face, basically. You just sum it up. I said that. This is what he said.
Bro, this is my whole thing. For 110% fact. You know for a fact I was with you.
Who voiced that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the
Who voiced that? Come on now. So it's like, what is you getting at? Like, what's your point? I understand she said what she said on the internet, but at the end of the day, if that would have been me, which it could have been me, it could have very much been me, like, and I was thinking that on the way down there, like, damn, what the fuck is it? What if this some weird ass shit? Like, what if this some weird ass shit?
What?
Like, I really feel bad for that girl because she just wasted all her time and her energy, like, I ain't even like tripping off for I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm really lost for words. Like, people really.
And all of the homegirls TikToks, they will be down in the description box if you guys want to go and watch their full story without my commentary. I did forget to say that at the top of the show. But yeah, if you check the description box, everybody's links will be in there. You can go and check it out. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I don't know if she's saying that she feels sorry for the girl or if she's saying that she was with dude first. So therefore the girl should have. I'm not really. I don't know what she's saying.
Be having ill intentions and people would really sell you a dream. Like, you know, like, and I'm going out there all excited, like, oh, this is some new shit, like, boom, boom, boom. And I'm telling him, like, bruh, we both telling each other, like, what we've been through, boom, boom, boom. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna link with you and it's gonna be that. It was never that. It was way more than, like, y'all know, yeah, like, y'all, come on now. And like I said, I don't even blame her for making no story time, because baby, if that was me, I would have been doing the same thing. That shit corny as fuck. And there's too much shit going on in the world to be playing with people like that. You could have easily just said, oh no, this is not a good time. You a grown ass man and you don't gotta, like.
She's also a grown woman who could have paid attention to the signs just as you could have. Never keep. I said never keep. I think what irritates me about a lot of women is they put the fate of themselves in the hands of a man who shows countless times that he don't give a fuck. I understand trusting the leadership of a man who shows that he cares. I understand maybe even submitting to a man who you have been in a relationship for a long time. And I'm not saying that the relationship has been perfect or no shit like that. I'm just saying you've been with him enough to say, okay, well, I know that you make good decisions for our family even though you fuck up here. But to sit up here and say, well, he should have just told her that he didn't want her to come. You mean after all of the signs that he showed to her that he didn't want her to come, that she decided to ignore? Once we start to take that power back and say, no, you're not going to make decisions for me because you're not my man. You're not my covering. You're not my husband. You're not my leadership. You're not none of that shit. If I feel like it's not a good decision for me, it's not a good decision for me. And you're not going to make me feel bad about it. And if you choose to, that's on you. That's not a me problem. It's not a me problem. That's a you problem. You feel a type of ways because I'm going with my instinct. But if that's what my instinct says, I trust myself enough that myself loves me enough to say, girl, don't go that way. So we could say that he should have did this, he should have did that this whole time. But really, the lady who was older than him with 3 kids should have knew better than to take her ass out there after all of the red flags he showed. That's just that.
Like, come on now. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. And like I said, like, this shit ain't no around the corner, up the street, a different city. This is a whole different state. Like, this girl was stranded and that shit not cool. I'm not for that at all. Like, I wasn't gonna say shit like I
She
said.
was not stranded. She got money. You know, she was able to find a place and stuff. She wasn't stranded.
But that shit is played. Like, that shit is played. That shit is played. Then, like, you made me miss my goddamn times for what? For what? Just to get cut off? Like, I'm actually mad because they was having fun. Like, and this is all I'm gonna show. Like, somebody come and said they seen us at Cascade. We was at Cascade the night before I left, before I got on my flight. Very true. And this is all I'm gonna show. Well, I mean, I got shit, but I ain't about to be doing that.
Sometimes I be trying to get
This is Friday. It says Friday at 11:50 p.m.
he just
Yep, that's him. Sure is. That's him.
is as treated.
There was even another young lady to come forth who said he had actually stole her watch and was flexing in it, acting like it was his shit.
I see this man posting my watch. Prior to 2024, you can't see no photos of this said Rolly that was attained, okay? Mind you, Anthony was a nigga that already had a Cardi before he booked Cardi for her Cardi. Who knows where he attained this Cardi
Shit.
from? But
I'm telling you, these pretty boys online now, they don't be having nothing going for themselves. They don't have no real money. They have no real stability. I cannot speak to what a man should do, even though I was going off on him, because as a mother to a boy, I would be on his ass to be more of a man, to have more accountability. Thank God I have my dad. He was a very helpful person in my son's life, as well as my brother-in-law, Tyron. Very helpful in my son's life, to where I was able to understand certain things to shape Quinn into a better man. And I feel like one of those things was being able to just talk straight with logic and not emotion. And oftentimes I notice men like him, they know how to talk emotional, and that feeds into us because we're emotional beings. So we like, okay, well, I guess he's saying this, he's saying that, but that's when we got to turn that emotion off, turn that logic on, and start making stuff make sense. Should I go out there if he's treating me like this and he's not making me feel like I should spend this money on him? Then probably not. I don't want to make this thing into something bigger than what it needs to be, when all it has to be is I trust myself to know this isn't a good situation. That's really it. Women's instincts, your intuition, what you feel, especially at a young age. It took me a minute to start to catch on that intuition was there to protect me, and she wasn't crazy. She wasn't aloof. She didn't have all these issues that the men who didn't appreciate a woman having intuition would say she was. She was actually somebody I could trust, because she was me knowing where I wanted my life to go, and God giving me this divine compass inside of me to trust. I just had to learn how to trust myself and love myself enough to know she loved me too, and she wants the best for me. That's what these young ladies could have did in this whole entire story. But let me know what you think down in the comments. I have been the Just Kason brand. I am so thankful that you guys have tuned in. Make sure you are following me everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, because that is where I'm starting to post my short form reviews on, like, Married at First Sight, Love After Lockup, Real Housewives of Atlanta. So make sure you're following me everywhere at the Just Kason brand, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.